Hello, my Scrappy friends. It is Jess here from the Scrappy Sisters, and thank you for joining me for a Kitaholic Kits design team layout. Now, for this layout, I cut some circles out. I traced the size of a duct tape roll, the inside of a duct tape roll. So it's a pretty standard size. I don't know what that would be. 2 inches maybe? I don't know. No, that wouldn't make sense. It must be 3. Oh, I don't know. If you can fit 3 circles across, and it's a 12-inch piece of paper, and 3 circles down, maybe it's 3. Anyway, I pulled out these beautiful watercolors that we did get in a past kit quite a little while ago, and I'm having a play with the 2 different colors of yellow. Mostly the darker yellow is definitely overpowering the lighter yellow, but I'm still just having a bit of a play, getting a few different sort of shades and dimensions, but even just sort of the amount of pigment I put on the page gives that effect as well. Then I'm pulling out the crayons again that we got a month or 2 ago, and I'm just using the gold this time. I'm trying to kind of wash it in with the yellow. I don't want it to be too goldy, but I definitely want that shimmer and that sparkle to pop through, which definitely does. I think it looks really cute. I absolutely love these. They are so smooth and pasty. They're beautiful. So once I have done that, I leave all that to dry. Then I forget to turn my camera on, and I do go in with the grit paste that we got and another one of the Vicky Bouton stencils, the sun rays one, and I just use one of the sun rays and just put it randomly on the circle somewhere. Just one ray, it's about a half a sun, and I just put that randomly on the circle. You can definitely see that it's in there somewhere. I then pulled out this stamp. Now, I can't remember if this stamp came in a kit or if Steph gave me this stamp as a gift for something, because she does spoil me and give me like Christmas presents and things like that. So I'm not sure, but this is a Bow Bunny hearts and stars stamp, and yeah, I'm not sure if we got it in a kit or not. Someone else might be able to tell me and remind me. I've been on this design team for so long, things get muddled together. And so obviously that's just yellow love hearts, and then I'm just getting a Sharpie and doing some crosses, which is super cute. That the crosses kind of make me think Cocoa Vanilla Studios or Vicky Bouton with these little crosses. Yes, they are pretty black and they look pretty black right now, but it will all come together, I promise. Then I'm going to stick my colored circles on top. Now, I only have 3 different pattern papers, so I'm going to vary those around a little bit. There will be a little bit of double up and stuff, but by the time I put my photos on, you won't even notice. I don't want the circles in a perfectly straight line. I don't want them perfectly over the mixed media either. I kind of want it to be a bit higgledy-piggledy, a bit messy. I just think that suits the layout. So going ahead, sticking these all on, deliberately making sure that sort of chevron pattern is going in all different directions as well. I don't want those going in the same direction. Then I have these 2 large sized photos. They are 4x6 size, so normal size photos, and the sun cut file. Now that sun cut file is an exclusive cut file that we got in December. So if you haven't downloaded those cut files yet, here's your friendly reminder to pop back and get the December cut files before they disappear. And don't forget to get the January ones while you're there. I did probably make the sun a little bit too big. Oh, right now I'm actually wiping the grit paste off my photo. I just assumed it would be dry. I did the grit paste. I went and had dinner. I put my kids in the bath, but it was still not dry. So I love this grit paste, but it does take a little bit of time. So do be careful of that. Sorry, sidetracked. Now I can't remember what I was going to tell you before all of that. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. I love these pictures of my little boy. These are the professional photos taken at daycare or kinder, and they are so cute. He is just a charmer, and I love them. And that's what I was going to say. Unfortunately, I cut this cut file just a tad too big for this layout. I hadn't 100% planned the layout in my brain when I cut the cut file. So A, could have cut the cut file smaller, or B, had my photos in the 3x4 size, which is the size I usually use, or even just one single photo. But the photos were just too cute to have them in 3x4 size. I wanted them in the big size, and I love them in this big size, but then I probably should have made the cut file a little bit smaller. I originally had the cut file more up in the top left-hand corner, but it just looked strange. I think tucking so much of the cut file under the photograph actually works in this particular case, because it doesn't look like the cut file is trying to be another circle. It's an extra circle. It's a separate circle, and I think that works better for this. Also, with my title, I really couldn't think of where to put my title. There wasn't an obvious place on the layout for the title to go. The layout was starting to get quite busy, so I'm going to go ahead and stick it straight onto my photo. The photo is not going to get ruined. Like it's not covering anything of importance. You can still see his face. And I think it just works really well with the layout. Super simple little embellishment clusters, obviously, with those 2 matching florals. I would have done 3 because I know it's nice to do your clusters in groups of 3, but I only had 2 florals that were matching, that were the same, and I didn't want to introduce a third type of flower. I wanted to keep that yellow feel, so 2 it is. And it totally works. The layout is so busy that I could not have a third. The third embellishment is kind of the cut file. That's where the visual triangle is, or the title is the third one. Like, it just works as it is, so that's awesome. Lucky for me. And because I coloured in the sunglasses on the sun, and because my son is wearing a darker shirt, those black crosses also sort of matched in as well. And I also made sure that there was a darker tiny word phrase in with the flower clusters, as well as that black stripy love heart that I put with the cluster too. So all of that was strategic, just to make sure that those black crosses didn't look too out of place. And then, of course, a few little black splatters, and it all looks like it was meant to be, which it was. So that is the end of this layout as well. It is such a beautiful, sunshiny little layout. I am so happy with how it came together. Thank you so much for watching layout number 3 for January, and I cannot wait to share with you my last layout for January that will, of course, be coming next week. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all then. Bye.